Hey everyone, welcome back to the English studio.
Hello. We're so excited to have you here today.
I'm Ethan.
And I'm Sarah.
On this channel, we help you practice real, natural English conversation. If you're finding our videos helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us reach more English learners like you.
Yes, thank you so much for your support. Today, we're diving into a super practical topic, daily habits.
That's right. We'll talk about the things we do every single day, our routines, and how to describe them in English. This is perfect for beginners because you'll use these phrases all the time.
So, Ethan, it's absolutely gorgeous outside today, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, the weather in Los Angeles is perfect. The sun is shining, there's a light breeze. Days like this just make me feel so energized and happy.
Me too. Did you drive here from your place or take the subway?
Actually, I walked. My apartment is only about 15 minutes from the studio, so I enjoy the morning walk. I saw so many people out jogging in the park. How about you?
I took the subway from Brooklyn, but when I walk, I always listen to something, either music or podcasts.
Really? What kind of music are you into?
I usually listen to pop music. It's upbeat and fun, and I can sing along without thinking too much. What about you?
I like pop too, but in the morning, I sometimes prefer listening to the news while I walk.
The news? That sounds pretty serious for a morning walk.
I know, but I like staying informed about what's happening in the world. It's become one of my morning habits.
That's actually a really good habit. Maybe I should try that instead of just singing along to Taylor Swift.
Hey, nothing wrong with Taylor Swift. So, Sarah, what are your plans after we finish recording today?
After this, I'm planning to stop by a coffee shop in Manhattan. I want to grab a really good cappuccino and maybe a croissant.
That sounds absolutely perfect. Can I join you?
Of course, you're always welcome to come along.
Awesome. Now I'm really looking forward to finishing this episode. But first, we've got an important topic to cover.
Yes, we do. Today, we're talking all about habits, like my habit of inviting myself to coffee with Ethan.
Exactly. But also more everyday habits that everyone has. So, Sarah, let's start with the basics. What exactly is a habit?
A habit is something you do over and over again. You do it frequently, and you don't really think about it much. It just happens automatically.
Right, like it's on autopilot. For example, I always brush my teeth right after breakfast. I don't stand there thinking, should I brush my teeth now? I just do it.
Perfect example. It's part of your daily routine. One of my habits is drinking a full glass of water the moment I wake up.
That's actually a very healthy habit, Sarah. I should really start doing that.
You should. Your body needs water after sleeping for 7 or 8 hours.
Okay, let's dive into morning habits first. What's the very first thing you do when you wake up?
The very first thing, I open my eyes.
Very funny, Sarah. I mean, after that.
Okay. After I open my eyes, I immediately check my phone.
Oh, I do that too. I check what time it is and if I got any messages or emails overnight.
Same here. But my doctor told me it's actually a bad habit. The blue light from your phone isn't good for your eyes first thing in the morning.
Your doctor is probably right. So, what's one good morning habit you have?
A good habit? Well, I always make my bed every single morning without fail.
Really? I sometimes make my bed, but definitely not every day. If I'm running late, I just leave it.
For me, it's essential. When my bed is made, my whole bedroom looks organized. It makes me feel like I've already accomplished something, even if it's small.
That's actually a great mindset. What about breakfast? Do you have specific breakfast habits?
Yes, my breakfast is super simple and consistent. I usually eat whole wheat toast with avocado, and I always drink green tea. I don't drink coffee in the morning at all.
The same thing every single day?
Almost every day. It feels comfortable, and I don't have to think about what to make.
What about you?
My breakfast changes every day. Sometimes I eat Greek yogurt with berries. Sometimes I have cereal. Sometimes I make scrambled eggs. But I always drink coffee.
So, coffee is your essential morning habit.
Absolutely. I cannot start my day without it.
How many cups do you drink every day, Ethan?
That's a dangerous question. I usually drink 3 or 4 cups throughout the day.
Usually? Or always?
Okay, fine. Always. It's probably a bad habit. I know.
Well, it's your habit, not mine. Let's move on. How do you usually get to work? What's your commute habit?
I usually walk to work, since the studio is close to my apartment in Los Angeles. It takes me about 20 minutes, and walking is healthy, free, and good for the environment.
That's wonderful. What about you, Sarah? How do you get to work?
I usually take the subway from Brooklyn to Manhattan, but on Fridays, I often drive my car instead.
Why only on Fridays?
Because after work on Friday, I always go to Trader Joe's for my big grocery shopping. It's so much easier with a car because I buy a ton of stuff.
Ah, that makes total sense. So that's one of your weekly habits.
Exactly. Now let's talk about work habits. What do you always do when you start your workday?
At work, I always create a to-do list. I write down all my tasks for the day in my notebook.
That's very organized. I sometimes make lists, but I often lose them or forget to look at them.
Sarah, that's not a helpful habit.
I know. Another bad work habit I have is I'm frequently late for meetings.
Why are you always late?
Because I always think I have more time than I actually do. Then suddenly the meeting is starting and I have to rush to get there.
You need to build a new habit. Try arriving 5 minutes early instead.
5 minutes early? That sounds impossible for me.
Just try it for 1 week and see how it feels.
Okay. Let's talk about evening habits now. What do you do after work?
After work, I usually feel pretty tired, so I sit on my couch for about 15 minutes and just do absolutely nothing. No phone, no TV, nothing.
That sounds incredibly relaxing. I should try that.
After my 15-minute break, I often go to the gym in Chicago.
You go to the gym after work? That's really impressive. I never go to the gym. Like, never ever.
Never. What do you do for exercise then?
My exercise is walking to the kitchen, walking to the subway station, and walking back home.
Ethan, that's not real exercise.
I know. It's a habit I really need to change. So what do you do at the gym?
I usually run on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Sometimes I do some strength training with weights. After the gym, I head home and cook dinner.
You cook dinner every single day?
Not every day, maybe 4 times a week. The other days I order takeout.
Is that a bad habit?
Well, ordering food too often gets really expensive and isn't always the healthiest option. Cooking at home is definitely better.
You're absolutely right. But cooking for just one person sometimes feels like so much effort.
I totally understand. I sometimes cook a big meal on Sunday and then eat leftovers for 2 or 3 days.
That's actually a smart habit. I should try that.
After dinner, what are your habits?
After dinner, I always wash the dishes immediately. I really don't like leaving dirty dishes in the sink overnight.
I have a completely different habit. I often leave my dishes in the sink and wash them the next morning.
Ethan, that's kind of a gross habit.
I know. But it's just become my routine somehow.
After I wash dishes, what do you do?
I usually relax and watch something. I often watch Netflix series or movies.
What kind of shows do you like?
I usually watch comedies because I love laughing. What about you?
I often watch sports, basketball, football, but sometimes I watch documentaries about nature or history.
That sounds interesting. Do you have any specific habits before you go to sleep?
Yes, I have a little nighttime routine. I always brush my teeth, obviously. Then I read a book for about 20 minutes.
That's a really good habit. Reading helps you fall asleep more peacefully. I also read before bed. What do you read, Ethan?
I usually read fiction novels or mystery books, but sometimes I check Instagram in bed, which is a bad habit.
Yes, the phone light is terrible for sleep quality. I have this bad habit too.
We really need to change this. Let's make a promise. No phones in bed.
Okay, I promise for one night.
Only one night?
Fine, 1 week. Let's talk about weekend habits now. Are your weekends different from your weekdays?
Oh, definitely. My weekend habits are totally different. On Saturday morning, I always sleep in late.
What time do you wake up?
Sometimes at 10 in the morning, sometimes even 11. It feels absolutely amazing.
I wake up at 7, even on weekends. It's just my natural habit now.
7 on a Saturday? That's way too early for me.
It's normal for me now. Then I have a slow, peaceful morning. I make coffee and read articles on my couch.
That sounds lovely. On Saturdays, I usually meet my friends for brunch.
That sounds fun. Where do you usually go?
We often go to this amazing little cafe in Seattle near Pike Place Market. The food is incredible.
Do you do any sports on the weekend?
Sometimes I play basketball with friends at the park, but not every single weekend.
That's good exercise. See, you do work out.
Yeah, but only occasionally. What do you do on Sundays?
Sunday is my cleaning day. I always clean my entire apartment every Sunday.
Every single Sunday? You're super organized.
I like living in a clean space. I vacuum, clean the bathroom, do laundry, everything.
I only clean my place when it gets really dirty. Maybe once every 3 weeks.
Well, that's your habit. Okay, let's talk about bad habits now. Everyone has them, right?
Oh, this is my favorite topic. I have so many bad habits.
Like what?
Well, I often bite my fingernails when I'm stressed.
When do you do that?
Usually when I'm watching a thriller movie or when I'm worried about something.
I understand. I sometimes do that too. But you seem like you have so many good habits.
Nobody's perfect, Sarah. I have another bad habit. I constantly lose my sunglasses. How many pairs have you lost?
Maybe 7 or 8 pairs this year alone.
7 or 8? That's a lot. That's an expensive bad habit.
I know. What about you? What's your most expensive bad habit?
My most expensive bad habit is definitely buying coffee every single day from Starbucks. I have a perfectly good coffee maker at home, but I prefer coffee from the coffee shop.
Oh, yes. That adds up fast. You should really make coffee at home.
You're right, but the coffee from my favorite cafe just tastes so much better.
Habits are really difficult to change.
So, how can we build new good habits?
I read that you should start very, very small. For example, if you want to run every day, start by just walking for 5 minutes.
That's excellent advice. And you need to be consistent. You need to do it every single day.
Every day? That sounds really challenging.
Not really. For example, if you want to drink more water, just put a water bottle on your desk every morning.
Oh, I can definitely do that. That's small and simple.
Exactly. And if you want to read more books, start by reading just 1 page every night before bed.
1 page? I can absolutely do that. Maybe I'll even read 2 pages.
See? Now you're motivated. What new good habit do you want to start?
I want to start eating more fruit every day. I usually snack on chips or cookies, but fruit is so much healthier.
That's an excellent goal. You could buy an apple with your morning coffee.
Yes, 1 apple a day. That's totally manageable.
What new habit do you want to start, Sarah? I want to start calling my family more often. I usually just send text messages, but actual phone calls are so much better for relationships.
That's such a beautiful habit. Your family will be really happy about that.
I think so too. What about old habits? Do you still have habits from when you were younger?
Oh, yes. I always put my left sock on first, every single time. I've done it since I was 5 years old, and I still do it at 28.
That's such an old habit. I have a similar one. I always read the last page of a book before I start reading it.
Really? Why would you do that?
I honestly don't know. I just like knowing the ending before I begin. I've done it since I was 12.
That's such a unique habit. My brother has a funny habit too. He always sings loudly in the car whenever he drives.
I do that too. It's such a fun habit.
Yes, some habits are fun, some are healthy, and some are expensive.
And the good news is we can absolutely change our habits if we really want to, right?
We just need to start small and be patient with ourselves.
I feel really motivated right now. Tomorrow I'm going to eat an apple, drink a big glass of water when I wake up, and try not to look at my phone in bed.
Perfect. Let's check in on our new habits next week and see how we're doing.
I love that idea. Okay, everyone. As you can see, talking about habits is actually very easy and natural. That was a great conversation about daily habits, Ethan.
We used so many useful words and phrases today. I think it's a good idea to review some of this vocabulary to help you remember everything.
Excellent idea. Let's do a quick vocabulary review.
What should we start with?
Well, we said the word habit many times, but what does it really mean?
Great question. A habit is something you do regularly and automatically. You don't think about it too much. You just do it.
For example, Sarah, what's a habit for you?
My habit is drinking green tea every morning. I don't make a conscious decision like, should I drink tea today? I just automatically do it. It's a habit.
Perfect example. A habit is a routine action. Brushing your teeth is a habit. Checking your phone is a habit.
Can a habit be both good and bad?
Oh, yes. A good habit is healthy or helpful, like exercising, reading, or eating vegetables. A bad habit is unhealthy, like smoking, biting your nails, or eating too much junk food.
So yes, habits can be positive or negative.
Exactly. Now, another important word we used constantly is always.
Always means 100% of the time. Something happens every single time without exception.
For example, I always lock my car when I park it.
And the sun always rises in the east. It never changes.
So what's the opposite of always?
The opposite is never.
That's right. Never means 0% of the time. Something doesn't happen at all.
For example, I never eat breakfast in restaurants. I always eat at home.
And I never forget my morning coffee. It's impossible.
Always and never are very strong words, but we also use softer words like usually.
Yes, usually means most of the time, maybe 75 to 90%.
So if I say, I usually take the subway to work, what does that mean?
It means you take the subway on most days, but sometimes you might walk, drive, or take the bus.
Exactly. And what about often?
Often means many times. It happens a lot, but maybe not quite as much as usually. Maybe 60 to 70%.
Yes. I often visit my parents on weekends. It happens frequently, but not every single weekend.
And then we have sometimes.
Sometimes means it happens occasionally, maybe 30 to 50% of the time.
For example, I sometimes eat pizza for dinner. Not regularly, but once in a while when I'm craving it.
Perfect. And finally, let's talk about the word routine.
A routine is a sequence of your habits. It's the usual order you do things in.
For example, your morning routine might be wake up, drink water, take a shower, brush teeth, get dressed, eat breakfast, and leave for work.
Yes, a routine is made up of multiple habits. My morning routine is very simple. First, I wake up at 7. Then I always make my bed. After that, I usually drink green tea. And finally, I sometimes read the news before starting my day.
Wonderful. So, as you can see, a routine is the order and combination of your habits. It's the way you do things step by step.
My evening routine is I always cook dinner, I usually watch one episode of a TV show, and I often read for 20 minutes before I go to sleep.
So, the difference is clear. A habit is one single action, but a routine is many habits together in a sequence.
Perfect explanation. Now let's practice with one more important word pair. We talked about healthy and unhealthy habits.
Yes, healthy means something that's good for your body and your mind.
For example, exercising is healthy. Eating vegetables is healthy. Getting enough sleep is healthy.
And unhealthy means something that's not good for your body or mind.
Smoking is unhealthy. Eating too much sugar is unhealthy. Not sleeping enough is unhealthy.
So, everyone watching, can you make a sentence with these words?
For example, my healthy habit is I always drink water throughout the day. My unhealthy habit is I sometimes stay up too late watching movies.
Great sentence. Let's all try making sentences like that. It's an excellent way to practice your English.
So, to review, we talked about habit, always, never, usually, often, sometimes, routine, and healthy and unhealthy.
These are all fantastic words for talking about your daily life in English. Try to use them when you practice speaking or writing.
Yes, knowing these words is a very good habit for English learners.
It absolutely is. Sarah, we've talked for such a long time about habits today.
We really have. I think my mouth is getting tired from all this talking.
Is talking too much a bad habit?
No! For English teachers, talking is definitely a very good habit.
But let's think about everything we discussed today. Time for a quick summary.
Perfect. First, we learned that a habit is something you do regularly, almost automatically without thinking.
And habits can either be good or bad for you.
Yes, we talked about morning habits like brushing teeth, making your bed, and drinking coffee or tea.
We talked about work habits like making to-do lists or, unfortunately, being late for meetings.
Sorry, Ethan, but it was a good example.
We also discussed evening habits like cooking dinner, watching TV, and reading before bed.
And of course, weekly habits like grocery shopping on the same day every week or cleaning your home on Sundays.
Exactly. And we practice how to describe all these habits using important frequency words.
That's right. We used always for 100%, never for 0%, usually for most of the time, often for many times, and sometimes for occasionally.
We also talked about the word routine, which is like the complete story of your habits from morning to night.
And we discussed the difference between healthy habits, like exercising, and unhealthy or expensive habits, like drinking too much coffee every day or ordering takeout every single day.
Speaking of that, Sarah, what about your Starbucks habit?
Yes, I'm definitely thinking about it now. I'm going to try making coffee at home this week instead of buying it every single day.
That's an awesome go. And I'll try not to check my phone in bed anymore.
So we both have one small habit to change.
And that's a very important lesson for everyone watching. You absolutely can change your habits.
You don't need to change everything all at once. Just start with one tiny thing.
Yes, don't try to transform your entire life on Monday morning. That's way too difficult, and you'll probably give up.
Just start with one small step. For example, you can eat one piece of fruit every day, or drink one glass of water when you wake up, or read just one page of a book at night.
Small steps are the absolute best way to build a new good habit successfully.
And now it's your turn to practice, everyone.
Yes, it's time for our question of the day, the most important part for your English practice.
Today's question is, what is one good habit you have and one bad habit you want to change?
Please write your answer in the comment section below. It's excellent practice for your English writing skills.
For example, you can write, my good habit is I always study English for 15 minutes every day. My bad habit is I sometimes watch too much YouTube at night.
Or you can write, my good habit is I usually eat a healthy breakfast. My bad habit is I never exercise.
Any answer is a good answer. We're all here to learn together. You don't need to be perfect.
We'll read every single comment. We absolutely love seeing your progress and your ideas.
It makes us so happy to be part of your English learning journey.
So please take a moment right now and write a sentence for us. Tell us about your habits using the vocabulary we learned today.
And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It helps more English learners find our channel.
And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the English Studio yet, please click that subscribe button.
We make new videos every single week to help you practice real, natural English conversation.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. You're all amazing students.
Keep practicing, keep learning, and remember to be kind to yourself. Learning a new language takes time and patience.
Yes, learning English is a marathon, not a sprint. It's all about building a habit of consistent practice.
Beautifully said, Ethan. We'll see you next time for another English conversation lesson.
Bye-bye, everyone. Keep those good habits going.